ESPN's Dave McMenamin on the Sedano show, saying that he thinks LeBron James's trust has been damaged and maybe irreparably. Max, who has more pressure on them, the Lakers or the Lakers brass or LeBron James?
Not just the Lakers brass. The answer is Jeanie Buss has by far the most pressure on her right now out of everyone involved. Look, when the late, great Dr. Jerry Buss, greatest owner by far in the history of American team sports, passed, he left the team to his children. And the way he organized who was going to be head of basketball operations, Stephen A, versus the team and all business and all this stuff, seemed to me to leave a situation where in order for his kids to successfully run the franchise, they'd have to come together as a family. I don't think it quite worked out that way. But as long as Jim Buss was around, we could all point the finger at him because Jeanie seemed like a chip off the old block. Everyone likes Jeanie, including me, including you, Stephen A. Pleasure to deal with.
Yes, I
and
do.
Reminds you of her father in certain important ways. And so with Jim Buss around, it's his fault, Jeanie. You got to get rid of Jim. Jim Buss been gone for a minute now. And Jeanie has been in charge. And the results, yes, they got LeBron, and that's a huge thing. But still no playoffs, still a sense of dysfunction. Still Magic Johnson had to leave because he couldn't move out Pelinka. Even if I say that's Kobe Bryant as the force behind Pelinka, ultimately it's Jeanie making those calls. So turning this Lakers franchise around and fast, the pressure is on the owner, Jeanie Buss.
Max Kellerman, I don't disagree with you, particularly when you consider the fact that since her father passed away in 2013, they haven't been in the playoffs since. It's been 6 straight years that they've missed the playoffs. So I don't disagree with you, but I will tell you she is not alone. And I'm going to give you a name that might shock you in all of this. Magic Johnson. I know that Magic Johnson is no longer working for the Los Angeles Lakers. He's no longer the president of basketball operations. But Magic Johnson is a brand and an entity in and of himself. And I'll give you both an inside scoop to some degree. It's not really a scoop. But I've been pursuing a one-on-one interview with Magic Johnson for that very, very reason. Let me tell you something right now. Let me be very, very clear about this. Magic Johnson has some explaining to do. How he left did not look good. LeBron James may have been coming to L.A., but we don't know definitively if that was what he was going to do if Magic Johnson wasn't there, if Jim Buss and Jeanie Buss had still been running the Lakers franchise. We don't know if that's what LeBron James would have done. LeBron James agreed to come to the Los Angeles Lakers, but he also agreed to come and play under Earvin Magic Johnson. And Earvin Magic Johnson decided to abruptly resign his post as president of basketball operations. And oh, by the way, according to him, not even communicate that to Jeanie Buss. Well, guess what? You're still on the phone with them. I'm not saying you have to do it in an official capacity. And I'm glad that TMZ caught him coming out of some spot where he was talking about how he's still talking to the Lakers every day because he needs to be doing whatever it takes to help the Los Angeles Lakers and particularly help LeBron James because essentially it looks like you left him hanging. That's not the Magic Johnson we know. You traded Zubac. You shouldn't have done that. You lost out. You let Julius Randle walk away. Shouldn't have done that. Let Brooke Lopez walk away. Shouldn't have done that. We understand all of these things. But in the end, LeBron James was willing to have faith. It wasn't because of Pelinka. It was because of Earvin Magic Johnson. And so for you to leave, okay, I'm sorry. It's not good. The explanation that he gave, while it's to be respected because he's the great Earvin Magic Johnson, damn it, it ain't good enough. You need more of an explanation. And oh, by the way, you need to be working behind the scenes because LeBron James came there to work under him. And he left before the mission was even halfway completed. That's not good. And Magic Johnson needs to give an explanation for that. He really does.
Hey, Stephen A., can I just ask you, do you think what you're saying is LeBron wouldn't be a Laker today but for Magic Johnson then? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. What I'm saying is I don't know that, but we've been given the impression. Because of what we were saying religiously about Jim and Jeanie Buss and the combination of those two leading to such a dysfunctional environment in Laker Nation until Magic Johnson had arrived, one would surmise that played a role in LeBron's willingness to come to L.A. other than Hollywood.
Yeah, I think,
so
Stephen
if Magic Johnson just up and leaves,
Stephen A., you identified something there that's important, and I think this is why the pressure's squarely on Jeanie right now. Let's leave Magic out of it for a second. What the league needed to see, what LeBron needed to see, is that the Jim Buss era of dysfunction was over. And you had to replace that with someone that LeBron felt, at least, means that things are okay now. That was Magic Johnson. The question is, how much credit beyond that do you give Magic for the $1 million smile and all that kind of stuff, and for his cachet in the league and his legacy? I think you do give him extra credit for that. Here's the problem now, what you're identifying about Magic. The way he quit, now it's a clown show. And so, but Magic's out now. So now it's on Jeanie. Jim is gone, Magic's gone. The league needs to feel like it's not a clown show in L.A.
Max. Here's the one key thing for both of y'all to absorb. Everything that I said goes right out the window. It doesn't matter if that Saturday that Magic met with LeBron, Magic told LeBron what he was going to do, and LeBron was okay. Then it doesn't matter. I don't know whether or not that's true. But if Magic met with LeBron and Rich Paul, and he told them what he was going to do, and they were okay with it, then everything that I said doesn't matter. But we've been told that that's not what happened.
Right. Yeah, but you got to communicate with
we've
LeBron.
Been told,
Everyone involved.
We've been told that did not happen.
Right.
We've been told that did not happen.
Stephen A., here's the message for Jeanie. It's the same thing that happened with the Chris Paul trade when it got undone because there was no communication. She was in New York reading the room, the temperature of the owners. Jim Buss and Mitch weren't, so they pull off this amazing deal that gets undone because people felt like it was, shoved in their faces in the NBA. Look at this great trade the Lakers made. Same thing now with communication. The Lakers must communicate with their superstar player, LeBron James. Okay. Must.
I got you guys. I hear you. If he was told, one, or I think, as we say, if he didn't care one way or another about Magic's presence. But that's a separate issue.